Welcome everybody to another video. This one is actually going to be a special video, in which case I want to welcome my fellow Gators. When I say Gators, I don't mean the kind with all the teeth. Well, technically most people do have teeth, but I'm referring to Gators of the alley kind. No, we are talking about Stargate fans. Just like Star Trek fans are called Trekkies, or is it Trekkers? No, I was right the first time. Nerds. We are called Gators, Stargate fans. This is a special episode for you guys. If you are not familiar with this game, this is the game Fallout 4. The main object of the game is the post-apocalyptic world. Nuclear weapons have devastated the entire world, basically. And the main character is on a search to find her son, or his son, depending on if you're playing as a man or a woman. And one of the main side quests of this game is settlements. You liberate them, you find them, save them, and eventually you build inside them houses, homes, businesses, basically whatever you want for your entire imagination. And there's a lot of different people who do a lot of really cool, neat things. I'm one of those people that builds all kinds of funky settlements. And that's what I did here. I did a special one just for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. So without any further delay, let's dial up the gate and get into it. And so here we are. This is a place called Sanctuary. This whole game takes place in the future after the bombs have fell, and this is the fictional place called Boston. It doesn't really exist. All you need to know is that it's filled with all kinds of nasty creatures and people with really bad accents. But here in this make-believe Boston, we have this little place called Sanctuary, and I have built Stargate Park, which is basically my version of a theme park based off of the movie slash TV show Stargate. So I told you Gator fans that we had something a little special here for you, and that's what we have. I call it a theme park. My wife says it's more like a museum because you can't actually go on any rides, which is unfortunate. Though I have built a few things, there's not really much you can do other than just kind of look at stuff. So let's go ahead and take a tour and see what we got. So right inside here we have a park map which does not follow this park at all. This is just stolen from a expansion pack part of this video game. So we'll just ignore that. Right here on the left we have the parking lot. We actually have a parking attendant sitting here. And a very angry person with a gun that he just pulled out of his trunk. Don't know why, but what the heck. Threw him in there.
Yeah.
So put up some signs to keep people from driving into the park. We don't need anybody getting run over. Just little things here that add to get more realistic feel for the game and so on and so forth. We have a crashed UFO, and there over here we have a little kiddie park section complete with another little UFO. And we will have attendants that will be standing at a lot of these little vending stations here that are dressed up like aliens, which you will see as we get further into the game. So right over here we have one of our first stops. This is the gift shop, and inside here is one of those little alien guys, and he is working on a suit of power armor. And here I put in a couple of Air Force uniforms you can buy. Little various tidbits here and there, magazines, pictures, which one of these will come in to play a little later on, and you'll understand why we're selling those. And if we go right across the street, we have Ra's Pyramid over here. If you're not 100% familiar with the franchise, in the movie, they travel to another planet. In the movie, it's actually supposed to be another galaxy. But in that, they arrive at this pyramid, which is Ra's Pyramid, which is a landing pad for spaceships. So let's go ahead and go inside and take a look and see what we got. So now right inside here, you have a couple guys in power suit armor, which kind of look like the Jaffa. This guy I put in here because he kind of reminds me of Braytech. And this is as close as I can get to building something that looks like an actual Stargate. There are mods for this game, which I'm using a ton of, but none of them really give you anything that resembles anything like the show for a Stargate. So I just built one out of light boxes. And over in here in this corner, we have a hidden passageway. So let's see where this leads to. You're going to notice some frame drop. I have a ton of mods running just for Sanctuary alone, which is what this location is, and sometimes they conflict with each other, and we get some frame drops. Nothing I can really do about it. And up here we have our secret room complete with a sarcophagus. And dead bodies all over the place. I have no idea what happened in here, but there you go. So we have our own little private worship room built right into the top of the pyramid. You can see there's the very top there. And let's get back out there. Now, in this park, I not only built the pyramid, but I also built Cheyenne Mountain, so we're going to take a full-on tour of that, as well as we get through things, and I even threw in some more characters from the TV show, which they will pop up randomly. And let's head on over. So over here, we got some bumper cars. Again, can't really go on any of the rides. It's just really for show, but I threw in some bumper cars with some funky lighting, just to give a little ambiance. And there's another random person in an alien outfit. They are not supposed to be standing on the pyramid, but he's got a weapon, so who's going to argue with them, right? Let them do what they want. And right over here, we have an arcade. Now you actually can play some of these games in here. You do have the basketball, toss, skee ball, so on and so forth. You can actually put tokens in them and play them. Even the Wakakami game over here. So, yeah, got a full-on arcade for kids. None of it really Stargate themed, but, you know, decided to throw it in there. And right across the street, we have Cheyenne Mountain Complex. It doesn't look anything like it does in the TV show or movie, but again, can only do what I can do with the resources that are given me, even with mods. But we will get to the inside of that very shortly. Right over here, we have the film studio for Wormhole Extreme. Now, if you've never seen the TV show, they do a campy little stab at themselves by making a TV show of the TV show, and they call it Wormhole Extreme. And so inside here we have the filming studio and the cast of Wormhole Extreme. So they have their little mock-up of the gate, their 4-team crew, and a bunch of dead bodies because they just went through a battle here. And we even have TV cameras, studio lighting, so on and so forth. This was actually my wife's idea. We were trying to come up with things to put in here to really fill out the park, and she said, well, try to do something with Wormhole Extreme. There you go. And over here we have the darker Wormhole Extreme, where they're actually about to go up and battle against some Jaffa over here. And again, more video cameras and mixing boards, so on and so forth, and got ourselves a little movie studio. Now, the part that you've all really been waiting for is Cheyenne Mountain Complex. Now, out front here we have a couple of guards, and let's see if we can get inside without them attacking us here. And so just like in the TV show, we got our big, thick, heavy security door.
Yeah.
Let's head on inside. Just a couple of statues, maybe some famous Jaffas that they've taken out, who knows, just threw them in here. First stop here is the infirmary. I did create a character that looks just like Janet, but she's not at her station at the moment. She's busy wandering around the park. We might be able to find her in a little bit, but I actually did put together somebody that looks a lot like her, complete with the lab coat and a very similar hairstyle. And let's see, where's our next stop here? This is Colonel Jack O'Neill's office. Nothing fancy, because I don't think he spends much time in here. We've got a comic book, cake, because he's always asking about cake, a little bobblehead, why not? And of course, his fishing pole, and a picture of his lake. Very, very Jack O'Neill. Let's move along and see who else we got here. And this is Colonel Carter's office, lab, whatever you want to call it, complete with Schrodinger the cat. Got all kinds of equipment in here. She's doing all kinds of experiments all the time. And yeah, this is her lab, and I even managed to get a little cat in here. Okay, moving along. So our next stop, let's see what's in here. And we have one of Anubis's super soldiers just kind of hanging out in the closet there. Now, of course, this person's not supposed to be in here, but hey, they kind of wander around. You can tell that this is definitely Teal'c's room. We have hundreds and hundreds of candles for his Kelnorim. And back over here in the corner, we have Dr. Daniel Jackson's office. Again, with another person that's not supposed to be in here, but, you know, is what it is. We have all kinds of artifacts and books and
Please, just
body that he's exhumed for whatever reason, and all kinds of stuff, just all about him and archaeology. Now, let's go ahead and take a tour. We have the operating room for the gate. Main control center with all kinds of computers and different mannequins all set up for doing different jobs. This one actually is Walter. You can see he's got glasses, so I decided to throw Walter in here. Spiral staircases, just like the ones in the show, one on each side, complete with a regular staircase in the back. And up here we have the main conference room. This is where they have all their debriefings, so on and so forth. And over here we have General Hammond's office, complete with General Hammond just kind of hanging out here doing his thing. And now, what you've actually really been probably dying to see is the gate room. And down there we have the gate room complete with the 4 members of SG-1. So let's go ahead on down and take a better look at that. And here's the view from the control room once again. And let's go ahead and head on into the gate room. So here's the gate room. This took quite a while to build. That was actually the first gate that I built. The one for the pyramid was second. Took some imagination and some playing around to do, and it actually managed to come out pretty well. Even got the little ramp walkway to come up to it. And so over here to the left, we have Teal'c, we have Samantha Carter, we have Daniel Jackson, and Jack O'Neill. And here's their view as they're walking in from the Stargate. As you can see on the wall too, I even accurately put in the door lettering and numbers. And there we go. That's Cheyenne Mountain Complex. So again, this was a really fun build. Stargate's kind of a passion of mine. My wife's too. We both love the show completely, and have probably seen every single episode about 6 billion times and still keep watching them over and over again. We're going to head on back here for a quick second, because that's where she's been hiding. This is Doc
If
Frazier.
you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
And as you just heard, she actually is a doctor in this game. She could cure me if I had something wrong with me, so
Not
there
interested.
you go.
Fine.
And let's see if little behind the scenes stuff, if any of it still exists. Because I actually had to create several versions of her character in order to get one that actually looked like her, but there was a stack of dead bodies back here from all the ones that didn't quite work out there. And this is all the stuff you ordinarily would not see that I wouldn't show you, but yeah, that all disappeared. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Like I said, this was a special episode just for all my Stargate fan friends out there, and hope you really enjoyed it. If you guys got any questions, comments, anything, just leave it below. And like you guys said, I really hope you enjoyed this. And I had more plans to do more things. I actually was going to build a spaceship landing on top of the pyramid up there, but due to the game's limitations, I couldn't get much higher, even with using mods that allow me to get higher. It wouldn't work because I have probably over a dozen mods working on this location alone, and they were just conflicting with each other. But all in all, not too bad. It was a lot of fun building it, like I said, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and maybe I'll try to do some more Stargate related content in the future. Until next time, don't get irradiated.